Night of the Living Dead is a 1968 film directed by George A. Romero. This would be his first film, and this is the film that is the grandfather of all zombie films. There were zombie films before, like White Zombie, I Walk with the Zombie, Bela Lugosi films, and so forth, but no one has ever made a zombie film as like this. This is the first time we ever see a ghoul, a Walking Dead creature, actually become cannibalistic and eat other human beings. This was very weird and freaky. And I have to say, it also freaked me out the very first time I watched it. I was so excited because I've always heard about this movie, looked inside magazines whenever they talked about classic monster movies, bought it, put it into my VHS player, watched it, and I'm being honest, it actually freaked me out. Now, I wasn't really scared, but I just got this uneasy feeling just watching as these creatures were eating other humans. Now, the humans that they showed that were being eaten, they just replaced it with ham with chocolate syrup, which sounds very disgusting. But it doesn't show that effect on black and white. When you see it on black and white, you just think it's like a real person being eaten apart. It made me very queasy and just like, oh, that's disgusting. And I looked at it, I was like, this is 1968, this is black and white. Now, the story was different when it came down from my parents when they watched it. They told me when they watched it, they always saw it edited, because I guess they edited scenes like that on the television. I've never seen it on TV. This is my first time seeing it. They made me take it back. They told me there was no way they were having that crap in their house, and that I should be more careful of picking out movies like that that's extra gory. We weren't allowed to watch any film with gore. I'm 35 now, and I have to say it's tame, but it still has its scenes of pretty strong violence for that time. So the movie begins with this brother and sister as they are visiting a family that passed away, looking at the family plot, and all of a sudden this ghoul starts walking through the cemetery and he starts making fun of her and so forth. It instantly attacks him and throws his head against the headstone where he instantly dies. Already in the beginning of the movie, within the first 5 minutes, someone is dying. This was not done very much in early horror films. Early horror films, you would talk about the monster or the creature, and we never see it until like 15, 20 minutes in the film. This is in the first couple of minutes, and it's already there. So she runs away crazy, losing her mind, this stereotype of blonde crazy chicks that just flip out of their mind and just goes in the car and starts going down the road, and she hits a tree out of nowhere, which you look at as like, this tree wasn't that far away, how'd you hit it? Well, to the team, they said they already damaged the car, so they might as well use this as the film to help up the production value. I'm not sure if that really helped that much, but I guess it's something better than nothing when you have a budget of $115,000. She goes inside a house, and she's right there just frenzied, and she sees a dead body upstairs, and she's losing her mind. All of a sudden, Ben, who's played by Dwayne Jones, enters into the house, sees her, pushes her inside, slams the door, and he's been just outrunning these zombies, and they're waiting inside the house with her, boarding up. And he seems to be the one who has an understanding of the scenario that's happening, and he's really trying to calm her down, but she's just really psyched out. And 40 minutes into the film, all of a sudden, people start coming out from the basement, and I'm just like, what happened all this time? Which Ben makes sense. He's arguing with them. It's like, you didn't hear the noise? You didn't hear her screaming? What's wrong with you? Are you stupid? You know what? I side with Ben at this point. If I was in the basement hiding, and I heard all of that noise and screaming, I would be running upstairs and checking out. One of the characters, his name is Harry Cooper. He plays the most mean, vile, arrogant person I've seen on screen. I really could not stand this person. He was the one person I did not care about in this film. And the way he talks to everyone, belittling them, I was right there on the opposite side, like I was hoping the zombie would get him. Now, I don't want to spoil the film too much because I don't want to get into everything about the film, but there is one I enjoy, and I think his name was Tom, and he blinks a lot. I mean, you would notice in the film, yeah, he talks, and he blinks like this. Kind of drives me crazy, but it's still fun to watch. part also the reason why this is the only film he ever did. So if you're in the mood to see a zombie film and you want to see the very first original that you have not came across this, I would recommend buying this film on Criterion. It is the best edition. There was an edition that was released some years before that, or a year, and it said it was the 50th anniversary. It is the crappiest version. It had nothing, no special features, nothing, just Blu-ray, DVD. Looks like they just took it from the VHS to the Blu-ray. Do not get that. The only version I recommend is Criterion because it has loads of interviews, special features, and you get to listen to the commentary, which I very much enjoy. You get to hear the late George A. Romero commentating of this film along with some of the actors that were still surviving. If you have seen this film, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts and impressions of this film, and what did you thought when you seen this. If you have seen it, if you have not seen this, go ahead. You know, if you're a zombie horror fanatic, this will be the movie to see. And hopefully I will see you around to the next review. Until then, cheers.